another 5 minutes tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at some 2D animation, and I'm going to take this little character here which I've imported from Photoshop, and I'm just going to create a small simple animation, some eyes blinking, some nostril flares, and then in the next video we'll look at scripting a voice and actually animating a mouth to make that work. But we're going to just work on the natural movements for the first bit. Okay, so first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open up your Photoshop, and you want to create a base layer with a circle just for a face, or however you want it to look is absolutely fine. I've chosen a circle with a pale skin face, and then every element that I've added on a separate layer, and this is very important. So left eye and right eye, you could technically merge those two. In fact, I'm going to do that now. You can merge those two into eyes, and then I'm just going to rename that to eyes because they're not going to move separately. Yeah, and then eyelids, obviously you can see there I've turned the visibility off, but that's my eyelids. And then I've got a nose, which is again is separate, a mouthpiece, which is, let's note here that this is not actually the mouth we're going to use. We're going to create a set of custom mouths that we're going to rotate between and through for different speech movements. And obviously your mouth moves differently every time. You could use a mask, or you could use a simple basic object or shape and then transform or deform that shape to make the mouth movements, but this works easier. I quite like this method. Okay, again I've just created a little nostril flare there which I can turn on and off, and I've got this little dude here, the little fly in the corner, which is I've called it Barnaby. It's just literally a body and wings, so we've got wings up and we've got wings down, so I can make him fly around the screen. Okay, so once you've done that, make sure you create everything in separate layers and save it as a Photoshop raw file, so a PSD, and save it somewhere you know where it is. So I've saved mine onto my desktop and I've called him Horace, and then I've gone File, New Composition, New Project, and then I've imported an individual file. I've selected my Horace and I've imported him. I'm not actually going to import this guy this time, but make sure you say import this as a composition as it is, and then you're going to want to go Composition, New Composition, nope, Composition. Once that's open, you're going to want to go Composition Settings, and you're going to want to change the background color and make sure your aspect ratio is for widescreen. Okay, so once we're there, I'm just going to delete these because I've just made these and fucked up the video because it wasn't actually recording, because I'm a dick. Okay, now you can see here the individual layers that we saved our PSD with, and this has been really handy because now I can highlight just the left and right eyelids. I could have saved these as 1 rather than 2, but I want to be able to wink, you know, just in case I fancy being a bit cheeky. Right, so we're actually going to affect these by the opacity. So on the left and right lid, you want to scroll up and down so you can see both opacities in the transform. So just click the little timer there and the little timer there, and it's going to create a starting keyframe just here and here. And then I'm going to scroll up to about half a second, and then I'm going to change this to 1%, and I'm going to change this one to 1% as well. And all that's done is it's actually created another keyframe just there, you can see, and all that's done is it meant that this brief period of time here, the eyelids are going to stay invisible, and then 2 keyframes over, I'm going to drop this up to 100, and I'm just going to drop this one up to 100 as well. Now you can see that what that's actually done is it's meant the eyes are open and there's a quick blink over 2 keyframes, which the eye will not even notice, like the viewer's eye will not even notice. And then I'm just going to, let's go back and try this again. I'm going to select those keyframes, just the top ones. I'm going to Control C and Control V, and then I'm going to scroll down without moving my scrubber, which is this, and I'm going to copy those 2, Control C and then Control V again. And you can see that this is going to actually Control C, pull my scrubber forward, Control V, and then Control C and Control V. So what this is going to do is going to create a quick nearly 3-second animation of blinking eyes, which is brilliant. Awesome. He looks like a right little dude, and he's ended up with his eyes closed. So, and let's just set one more set there, and I'm going to change the opacity again to 0, and then again there, 0, and you can see it just adds that last keyframe in there. Okay, so that was that. What I've done is I've actually cut the video a little bit short there to keep within 5 minutes. I'm getting a little bit ambitious with these videos, and the whole point in them was to very small, very precise videos. So in the next one, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the head wobble, and then we're going to look at natural movements, and then we'll follow on to the voice acting and pairing up the mouth movements to that in the following video. So, you know, if you don't want to see one of the videos, then, you know, you can just skip straight on to the third or whichever one you fancy in the title. Okay, well, once again, and as always, if you get any comments or requests, leave them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.